So, guys, one thing that I've got a question about when it comes to Legend of Zelda is why did they release Breath of the Wild as a Switch 2 edition? Like, this has kind of been bugging me for a little while because when you think about it, there's only been two cases with Zelda games where they've had, a run on three different consoles back to back. Now, what do I mean by that? So, for those who don't know, the Breath of the Wild came out on Wii U. It was right at the end of the Wii U lifespan and right at the start of the Switch lifespan. So obviously there was a version for both systems. And you also obviously now have the Switch 2 version, which from what I understand is supposed to be a better version than the Switch 1 version, which was also better than the Wii U version. But, there we go. And the only other time we've seen something like this when it comes to Zelda is actually with Twilight Princess, which had a GameCube version, and had a Wii version, and obviously had the HD remaster for the Wii U. However, unlike Twilight Princess, the middle version of this game is not the worst version. For those who don't know, the Wii version of Twilight Princess just forced motion controls and it just wasn't that good. But when it comes to Breath of the Wild, besides, the idea of there needing to be a Zelda game at launch, why else would they have done this? And I'm not going to just say, it's just because of money. I'm going to give a little bit of reason behind what I think. So, obviously, when it comes to the Switch 2 launch lineup, Nintendo really didn't have the best output to begin with. Like, if they didn't have the Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom remasters, they would have probably just had Mario Kart World and the Welcome Tour when it comes to first-party content, which is not a great lineup. Yeah, Mario Kart World is great and all, but that's not the best lineup for someone like Nintendo. Now, when it comes to adding the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom remasters, Tears of the Kingdom I'm less so annoyed at because obviously it is just an updated version of an already existing game for the Switch, which was exclusively for the Switch. But with Breath of the Wild being on a trilogy of consoles back-to-back, that's where it got a little bit strange for me. Now, my opinion in this is actually the reason they wanted to have Breath of the Wild as a launch title for the Switch 2, alongside obviously monetary reasons and obviously having another game on the shelf to obviously get sales on that for, and obviously selling upgrade packs and whatnot to make more money. I think the main reason is actually because of the performance, because obviously the Switch 2 does give a performance boost to several different Switch 1 games, and I feel like this version has probably been updated in a way where it obviously runs better, it plays better, it's got better lighting, better graphics, all that sort of stuff, because obviously the Switch 2 is more powerful. Now, this to me is obviously just an obvious thing. It's just kind of like, okay, cool, you've remastered a game that's already been on two different systems. What's the big deal? And then I will say, like, the box art for this game, like, if they didn't have that like massive block of text, it wouldn't be as annoying. But I don't know, I just kind of feel like them having like this game be on their last three consoles is just like, do you guys not have anything else? But then you also got to remember that I think the next major mainline Zelda game is going to be quite a long bit away, because obviously this game is literally just like come out. It's only just like, well, I'll say only just come out. This game's obviously been re-released 3 times, and then you have the Tears of the Kingdom, which came out in 2023, which was obviously a big endeavor. We're not going to get another major Zelda game like that. And if we do, it's going to be a smaller scale game like, say, Echoes of Wisdom, which came out in 2024. So I don't think they'd have that game in the can as well. They'd also need to work on another development for another Zelda game. So I think the most likely stuff we're going to see for a little while is probably like maybe some Hyrule Warriors spin-offs, because I know there's already one confirmed, I believe, for the Switch 2. So you have like Hyrule Warriors spin-offs, maybe a few other bits and bobs like Cadence of Hyrule 2 or whatever, and then you get like your next major Zelda. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know what you think. I've been EC. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. And I'm signing out. Peace.